someone who definitely needs no introduction when it comes to further education and training within the Department of Higher Education and Training. That is the Assistant Director within the Department of Higher Education and Training. That is Mr. Kanyiso Sonti. He is right here with us in East London today at the International Convention Center discussing all things policy within the TVET sector. But today I want him to tell me a little bit more about his office and their administration when it comes to NSFAS. Mr. Sondi, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. The last time I saw you in Durban, and now we are in East London. You are a man who travels, always on the field. But I do believe your office requires you to be literally hands-on because your clients are the students themselves. And today we are here in this conference and we're speaking all things policy within the TVET sector. Your office is solely responsible, if I'm not mistaken, for the administration of NSFAS. Take me through the policy that your office is speaking into today, particularly in the administration of NSFAS, and looking into the policy that also governs NSFAS as an entity.
Okay, thank you so much, Annette. So, our responsibility is to play an oversight role. So, I'll explain this a bit. So, previously, the department used to be the one that comes up with the NSFAS policy. So, on a yearly basis, we will solicit inputs from colleges and we then consolidate it into one policy. But 2 to 3 years ago, NSFAS then took over that responsibility. But what we then do as a department, because we are a shareholder in a sense to the minister, so we play an oversight role. Our job is to make sure that NSFAS implements the policy to the latter. So after NSFAS has solicited these inputs from TVET colleges, also they will have to ask us as a department and say, how do you want to shape the policy? So we still play that responsibility. So even now, if we prepare, we are going to start a process of preparing for 2026. So the process now for 2026 NSFAS policy needs to start now. So NSFAS needs to start soliciting these inputs. After they've solicited these inputs, they need to start to have a conversation with us and say, do you agree with some of the things that we want to put in? If we do not agree, then we then tell them how to do it. So that's the kind of responsibility that we play. You'll understand that NSFAS policy is the one that causes a lot of disruption.
Yes. The number one policy that is always in hot water. Absolutely true.
Yeah, just recently we had to avert a nationwide strike. Part of the reason is the policy itself. So we have a direct role and a direct interest in making sure that there's an understanding from all different stakeholders. And a conference like this is very important because it has brought everyone from all walks of the country who are interested in the TVET space to come and have a conversation and say, how do we assist each other as TVET colleges so that we can assist the department and NSFAS in shaping some of the policy gaps that we as colleges that we find. You'll understand that when I need, as much as NSFAS comes with the policy, we play an oversight role, but the people that are in the cold faces, the TVET colleges.
Absolutely.
They deal with the students, they deal with the clients on a daily basis. They see they see things that we do not understand that we might have overlooked on the policy. So here is to have that conversation and say, look, how do we tighten it? And it's not the only policy, by the way, that we'll be discussing today. We also want to discuss the SSS framework that deals about the holistic student support services. Want to discuss the registration processes and how to college run seamless registration processes. And I must say, though, over years, our colleges have been doing very well there. So, but how do we tighten those things up? So there are multiple policies that we'll be discussing, but I know NSFAS is a topical.
Absolutely. You cannot absolutely negate that specific policy. It speaks to the masses, it speaks to the students themselves, and all to the other relevant stakeholders that are here today. I'm pretty sure they will tap into that as well, because I believe it's one policy that interlinks all of the other stakeholders involved today. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Deputy Director within the Department of Higher Education and Training, Assistant Director. Thank you very much for that. That is Mr. Kanyiso Sonti joining us right here in East London, just elaborating on what his office is responsible for today at this policy development conference hosted right here in East London, and of course hosted by the council and the acting, that is the acting principal, rather, of the Lovedale College that is located right here in the Eastern Cape. Its headquarters located right in the small city. It's not even a city. Is King Williamstown a city?
It's a town.
It's a town. Thank you very much. East London is a city located in that small town called King Williamstown. We're going to head back to the conference. Still more interviews are coming. Make sure that you drop those comments and tune in as we go in. Tomorrow is going to be a second day, and I do hope that we'll be discussing even more details when it comes to policies within the TVET sector, and also not forgetting as well the students, how they feel about it. I'm pretty sure there are students here today who want to know exactly and what are we going to be benefiting from this conference.